Okay, welcome everyone. Today we are joined by another beautiful Black woman in business who has been so gracious and willing to share with us her journey, her insights, and how she keeps her business going. So I know we're going to learn a lot today. I'm going to start by giving her the opportunity to introduce herself and tell you about her business.
So thank you so much again, Lynette, for having me. I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Christen Elizabeth Funderburk. That's where I get Lizzie from. It's handed down, that name's handed down to me from my great grandmother.
Ah,
So that's where I got the name Lizzie's All-Natural Products. Believe it or not, I actually started my business as Lizzie's Laundry Detergent because that was my first product. I
oh,
started making
wow.
laundry detergent my senior year of college because I have eczema really bad. And it for three reasons. I was a broke college student, right? And also I was just spending so much money buying so many lotions and creams and laundry detergents, and everything was breaking me out. Like everything was making me itch.
Ah,
And I was just over it. So I had a little free time on my hands. I did some research and then it just kind of went from there.
wow.
That was back in 2014, and I actually got serious about my business in 2017. So that's when I changed the name of the Lizzies All-natural Products, and we began to develop products for people with eczema and sensitive skin.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So, well, let me start by saying the name of your company, Lizzie, you said comes from your middle name, Elizabeth. But as I share with you, that's also my mother's name, and I have a sister named Lizzie. So, and that's what drew me to looking into your company actually, because I saw your company's name and I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. Must be something I need to connect to. It has my mom's name, so and I'm so glad I did. So thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing your how your business started. And I think like with most entrepreneur companies, it started from a need that
Yes,
you had that you were trying to fill, and then it grew into a business.
absolutely.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in business, Christine?
So we've been in business we just celebrated our 6 year anniversary this past
Ah,
July. Yes,
wonderful. Past that 5 year mark.
yes, I'm
Very
so
important.
grateful.
Wonderful. So, in starting your business, went from when you went into making the laundry detergent, did you fund that personally? Or was it a big investment, or did it just start gradually?
No, I actually started that from money that I had. The first batch, I brought about maybe $40 worth of material and
Okay.
thinking I'm just getting it just for myself. You
Uh-huh.
know, I was just planning on making this for myself. I wasn't planning on selling it. I was just tired of spending money on commercial products.
Got you.
So then I was living with some roommates at the time and they were like, oh, you should think about selling it. I'll buy some from you, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, I would like to make some money, but I didn't think about that. So honestly, I didn't even know that grants existed or anything like that. I thought I needed a lot to get a big loan. And I was like, you know what, I'm
Right.
just gonna start from what I have, and it just kind of grew from there. Now I did get some like once I kind of got going, I entered a pitch contest and won a little bit of money for my business. It was like $1,000. So it helped with some expenses, helped me get my
Right.
website developed, small things like that.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So as your business has grown over these 6 years, tell us a little bit about your journey. Has your team expanded from just you from that time to now? And if so, how did it expand and what brought upon that expansion?
Yeah, so I'm so grateful that it's not just me anymore because I was literally doing everything from
Yes.
shipping, manufacturing, cleaning, organizing, going to vendor events, packing, setting up, just everything, marketing, customer service. Um, so I was really blessed to have this opportunity here in my city with the Urban League.
Hmm.
And every summer they provide like interns for small businesses, and
Oh, wow.
the Urban League actually gets a grant and they pay the interns to come work at small businesses. So we've been doing this for about 3 years now. And the very first summer that we did it, I got two phenomenal interns, and one ended up staying with me um, part-time. She's still with
Uh-huh.
me. It's going on
Oh,
3 years.
wow.
And then also I have my sister-in-law that helps me. She helps me do a lot around around I thought it was around the house, around the shop.
Uh-huh.
She has to do a lot around the shop. And so she helps with mostly shipping, customer service. She holds down the shop when I'm not there, when I need to go to a vendor event on a Saturday. Her and my other intern. Then we have one other um young lady we just hired to do vendor events like locally for us.
Okay.
So basically, if I have two events in one day, which I try to do 2 or 3 events in one day, and it was terrible.
Right.
I'm not gonna say terrible. I was just exhausted.
Right,
It
right,
was a good day. It was just really
right.
tired by the end of the day. So I was like, you know what? Let me ask for some help. And then we also have one other person that helps with our soap and candle making classes, and we have them once or twice a month.
Okay. All right, wonderful. So, as your business grew, it seems like you added on more people to fill the need and to, as you saw, you needed to be in two places at one time.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you talked about your soap and candle making classes. Tell us a little bit about that because I'm very interested in hearing about that because I feel things like that, hands-on activities that are creative, are so good for our mental health too.
It really is. And honestly, I just have so much fun like making our products. And so many people ask me, like, oh, like what goes into it? How do you do it? Things like that. So I'm like, wow, well, let me, kind of teach people the basics, and they can take home a creation of their own, because it's something about creating something and then taking it home to use it or seeing it
Yes,
displayed somewhere. It just gives you that sense of, wow, I did that. Or,
yes,
whatever it is, whether it's something you're painting or the soap you're making, a candle you're lighting. I just love those type of personalized feels. So, individuals will come take our classes and really we get hands-on instruction. We have appetizers, and yeah, it's fun. Everybody leaves with 6 bars of soap,
oh
and they
wow,
get to choose their
six
own scent.
bars. Oh,
Yes,
that's
6 bars.
beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. And how long are your classes in terms of time frame?
Usually 2 hours.
Okay, wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful. I like that. That's wonderful. 6 bars, so they get to really enjoy something they made with their hands for a long time. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So if we're doing soap and candles, it's usually
Uh-huh.
about 2 hours. If we're doing just soap or just candles, it's just about 1 hour. It just depends on like what we're doing.
Got you. Got you.
Hmm.
Okay. Wonderful. So in getting your business started, what would you say was your greatest challenge to get it going in the very beginning?
Um, Finding customers, finding
Okay.
people that also like believed in my mission, believed in the goal I was trying to achieve.
Okay.
And also through that, I realized that everybody is not your customer, but those people that are your people will gravitate towards you. And at first, when I first started, I got so discouraged sometimes, like when I would go to events and people would, walk by my table or pick up
Right.
stuff and not buy. But now I understand it, because everybody's not going to buy from you. So that was
Ah.
one of my hardest struggles. I can remember my very first vendor event. I spent $25 on the table. I left with a $9 profit. Everybody else around me was like selling stuff and making money. I was
Oh.
like, all right, hey, I'm over here.
Ah,
So yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. And that's sometimes a tough lesson to learn because part of being a entrepreneur is you are inspired by what you do. And you kind of want everyone to love it as much as you do. If I tell you about it, you're going to just love it like you're going to see it. You're going to love it. You're going to
Right.
want it. So it is a tough lesson to learn that everyone's not going to love it. But to your point, the right people will, because, and one of the things that kind of solidified this for me in my experience is when you go to any store, and let's say you're just looking for body lotion, and you can find on the shelves 20 to 30 different kinds of body lotion, not one, but 20 or 30 different kinds. And I just tell
Mm-hmm.
myself there is a customer for each one of these lotions. When you would think, well, maybe why can't we all use just one? Because we have different needs, we have different desires, and we gravitate to different things. So if 30 different body lotions can exist in the market and be profitable, then what you have that's different can too. You just need to, like
Yes.
you said, find the people that find value in what you're doing.
Yes.
So how did you go about finding those people, or how did that process unfold for you?
That's a good question. I think that along the journey, you kind of pick up on who your customers are. And along the journey, your pitch also becomes stronger and better and
uh,
shorter. Okay.
uh-huh.
So I remember people would come to my table, I would give them the whole rundown, talk their ears off, probably. And just along the way, you kind of know who your customers are, how to approach them, how, to interact with them. You kind of I kind of I feel like I'm so aware now that I read body language. I already know
ah,
who's
uh-huh.
going to be engaged, who
Uh-huh.
is just gonna pick up something. Oh, that smells good. Oh, I'll be back. It's fine, but I
Right.
can kind of weed them out and it's okay. But along the way, you'll know who your target customers are and you just kind of keep pouring into them. And then along the way, they'll tell other people about you. Those other people that are supposed to be in your village will buy
Mhm.
from you. They'll connect with you, they'll interact, they'll watch. Some people
Mhm.
will watch and watch and watch until they buy in. um
Right.
so yeah, you just have to really be patient and aware of who your customers are.
Okay. Now, and let's talk about marketing for a minute. When we look at marketing for your business, have you found that there's any particular form of social media that works best for your business as far as getting results in sales? Because I know in some forms people may interact a lot, but having that interaction turn into sales is a totally different process. So have you found anything that works best?
Yeah, so honestly, I know you said one, but if I had to choose one, to be Instagram. But really,
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook are like
Okay.
my two favorite social media channels.
Okay.
Um, I think that Instagram and Facebook are my two favorite social media channels just because of the way that they talk to each other. They
Okay.
communicate
Yes.
in a way where you can post on Facebook and it shows up on Instagram or vice versa. You can run an
Mm-hmm.
ad on Facebook and it feeds through Instagram. It's just kind of one of those 2-for-1 deals.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say that. And also people really underestimate Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Pinterest is
Okay.
very valuable. I've ran ads on Pinterest and did pretty good on there.
Oh, good. Good. That's a very good resource for our listeners. Check out Pinterest.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. So you said you self-funded your business when you got going, and you won one grant that was you $1,000. Besides that, have you continued to self-fund your business?
So yes and no.
Okay.
So now the business is, so let me just tell you like a really short rundown of what happened.
Yes,
What's
yes.
happening. So when I first started the business, I self-funded that, but that was just to kind of get started. Um,
Okay.
I worked my full-time job for about 3.5 years, put money aside, invested into my business every single month until I got to the point where I was just like, you know what, let me jump out on faith you know, um, and really do this. So before I did that, I made sure, I had different things in order. I had like a whole game plan.
Okay.
However, that money that I saved in order to leave my job, I also I poured some of that into my business just to kind of buy extra inventory and materials for a few months so I wouldn't have to really worry about anything for a few months. So that
Right.
really helped me jumpstart into like really getting into figuring out how to pay myself and
Mm.
the savings part and all of that. So October 2021, I left my full-time job and now I do this full-time. But I also apply for grants. Um,
Okay.
I do loans sometimes through Shopify.
Okay.
So a lot of people think, and I was one of these people, I thought that you always had to go to a bank for a loan. But
Right.
certain like website hosts, I know
Uh-huh.
Shopify is one of them, they will, depending on like your record with them, like do you pay them on time, do they see orders coming in, things like that, they'll offer you loans,
Oh,
and
wow.
you can pay them back through your daily sales. So I've
Got
gotten
you.
a few Shopify loans and also grants. I apply for grants all the time because
Oh,
that's money you don't
wow.
have to pay back.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what is your favorite source for grants? How do you find your grants?
Whew, well, I follow and I am subscribed to a lot of different like grant networks.
Okay.
Like one is helloalice.com. You can sign
Okay,
up for
yes.
the email list. I'm always signing up for grants there. And a lot of people have told me, like, you told me to sign up for Hello Alice and you haven't got anything. Well, I was that same person that actually finally got something on Hello Alice. I'm like, wow, after like years of filling out grants, it pays off because it's just all about like they really want to see information. They really want to see like even though they might ask the same questions over and over, you just have to like, be persistent. Another source I think is buyblackgrants.com or something like that. But
Okay.
I'll have to send you some links and maybe you can add them to
Definitely.
this video
Yeah.
because I
Uh-huh.
have lots of sources where I get like
Oh,
grant
that would be
information from.
wonderful. Yes, yes. That'd be great information for our listeners. We definitely appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. I don't mind sharing it all.
Wonderful. So in starting your business, did you have any business mentors or did you develop any along the way of your journey?
Yes, I would have to say that starting off, what state are you in?
Florida.
You're in Florida.
Yes.
So I want to say that every state, I know that every city here in North Carolina has a small business center. And
Yes.
that small business center has so many resources. They have mentors, events, sometimes grants, like
Mhm.
all different types of things. So I would always say to connect with your small business center. Here in North Carolina, there's one in every city. Well, sorry, one in every like um it's not a
County or
county, yes. One in
yes,
every county, yes.
yes.
So one in every county. So I would check with your small business center because they were a great resource for me. I would go and get, ask questions and get free mentorship all the
Okay.
time. So
Wonderful.
um mentorship is really important starting off so you can ask questions and brainstorm, and, get a second and third opinion about things. So
Right.
yeah, so now I'm in this cohort and I am getting mentored by people still. So yeah, I love
Okay.
it. I love learning and just like
Yes.
you can never know too much.
Right, right. I like that. And a lot of times we think we have to do it all on our own. And when that gets too heavy, we are at the point where, okay, maybe this is too much for me, as opposed to reaching out for help. So I'm glad you gave us those resources in Florida. I know it's the Small Business Administration, and we also have SCORE, the Broward County SCORE, which is
Okay.
excellent. Yes. So those
Yes.
two resources I know we have here. So wherever you are, listener, check out your Small Business Administration and see what type of resources they can provide you with.
Yes,
Wonderful.
absolutely. And also community colleges. If you have any community colleges near you, a lot of community colleges have a small business center as well.
That's true. That's true. And I know sometimes they offer courses or workshops too.
Yes, absolutely.
Great. So, did you have any models in your family for entrepreneurship, or are you the first entrepreneur in your family?
No, actually, I was really inspired by my dad. He's an entrepreneur. He has a tour company, like a tour and travel company. He owns
Okay.
like big passenger buses, and he like
Okay.
takes people and travel. So he was one of um, the first, people, the first person I saw, first people in my family that I saw like really do entrepreneurship and take it like take it to the next level because I've never like seen my dad work anywhere else but his business. And
Wonderful.
so he's a huge inspiration.
Beautiful. Has he been a source for advice as you go along your journey of being a business owner?
Absolutely. Even like
Great.
when I was younger, he would throw these little, nuggets at me. Because I would go with him a lot because he had vending machines in different places, and
Uh-huh.
I would go with him to like get the money out and trade out the snacks. And then he
Uh-huh.
also was like he had properties that he would manage, and so he was always like he always had
He's
his
a
hand in something. And he
yes.
was always, telling me, little things like always do good business, treat people right,
Good.
just little customer service facts. I'm just like, wow, and I really took that with me growing up. So yeah,
Wonderful, wonderful. It's great to have a role model like that in your family. So
absolutely.
looking at your business starting from the laundry detergent, what inspired you to expand to all the products you offer now? You offer soaps, you offer candles, you offer lotions, you offer body creams. What else do you offer?
Yeah, so we offer a lot of different products. Our best-selling product is eczema butter, but we have body wash, like you said, soaps, essential oils, luxury body oils, all types of different natural products. So what we do is we cater to people with eczema and sensitive skin. So even if you don't
Okay.
have eczema, you may have really sensitive skin. You don't want all those synthetics, irritants,
Right.
those fragrances, sulfates, things like that in your products. And so that's why we're here. And what really took me to create something more than laundry detergent was a few
Uh-huh.
things. So one, of course, I had eczema and I also needed something else besides the laundry detergent to like help. I changed my diet. I changed my household cleaning products. So
Uh-huh.
there were like steps that I took. And then when I was ready, I was like, oh, let me make some skincare products for myself. And
Okay.
also my mom, she had went through like radiation because she had breast cancer and
Uh-huh.
she had really, really dry patches, where her lymph nodes were. And she needed something that was really nourishing and moisturizing for that as well. So we just like was, mixing and dibbling, dabbling. And that's how we came with the formula eczema butter. And that's really how we kind of got off the ground by being really specific in who we are catering to. So
Got you.
so yeah, that's kind of how we started or how I started like expanding into
Got you.
more than just laundry detergent. Cause I'm like, if you have eczema, yeah, you might need to change this, and this in your lifestyle. But
Right.
like we also need something to put on our skin too that's not a
Right.
steroid. Because the steroid creams were not working for me. And I
Mm.
was just done with them. I was just so sick of them.
Got you. Got you. So you were gave us a lot of good points in that. One was that you identified who your target market was
Absolutely.
very clearly defined your target market. And being that you are like the model for your target market, you looked at what else do I need? What else could I use that I'm not finding out there in the market? And you created from that space and also from your mother's needs. So it was
Hmm.
all from a very good point or space that you expanded your market. Very
Thank
good.
you.
So what has been your largest challenge in your business to date?
Hmm. I mean, there's a few, but the largest, I would say, was initially figuring out how to grow my team and how to get more things on automation so that I wouldn't have to work so hard.
Gotcha.
Now, mind you, I don't mind hard work, right? But
Hmm.
if there are ways to work smarter than and not harder, I'm
Right.
all for it.
I hear you.
So that was really a challenge for me because I was really burnt out. I was working my 8 to 5.
Right.
Then I would leave there and I would go to esthetician school from 5 to 9 and then come home, ship orders, you know, answer emails and then do it all over the next day. So I had to figure out something that would work for me. So now I have a consistent schedule. I schedule out my emails a month in advance to automatically send. I have
Oh,
people
wow.
that help me actually make the products and ship stuff, um,
Uh-huh.
and just do small things that take up so much time.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh,
opening soap boxes and putting the soap in there and cutting it and having to
right.
make it and all, that whole process is really long and lengthy. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. I think
Okay.
that was one of my biggest challenges. Also, asking for help because when you know that you can do everything by yourself, you feel like you have to do everything by yourself.
Yes.
And then when you do
Yes.
ask for help, and those people that you ask for help from don't do everything the way you want them done, you're like, you know what, I could have done this myself. So I
Right.
really had to get out of you know, that mindset of
Right.
I have to do everything myself because it's my business. No,
Right.
in order to grow, you have to have a team, you have to have help, or it will be a disaster.
Yes.
The bigger you
Yes.
get, you cannot do everything by yourself.
Exactly. And you made a very good point. In order to grow, if you plan on growing, and the goal is hopefully that all entrepreneurs plan on growing the business, you are going to get to a point where you can't do it all yourself. So it's best to kind of preempt that and think about ways to get help along the way so
Mhm.
that you're not in a state of emergency, trying to find help and train someone. And another point you made was what I think we struggle with a lot is perfectionism.
Mm.
Like perfectionism is a combination, I think, of perfectionism and control. Like no one can do it as good as I can. So let me do it. But you only have 24 hours in the day. So you have to relinquish some of that control. And if they do it 85% or 90% right, you have to be satisfied with that because
Yeah,
nothing's ever going to be perfect. So yeah,
absolutely.
dealing with
Absolutely.
those issues as an entrepreneur, but those are the things that enable you to grow. To your point, okay. So when we talk about marketing, have you ever enlisted the help of a professional in your business in the area of making marketing decisions or any other type of efficiency decisions in your business?
Absolutely. So honestly, um, the way that we really grew organically was putting out Facebook ads. And I knew that having to do Facebook ads myself properly in order for them to actually attract potential leads to not only click but buy, I would need to hire a professional because
Okay.
I may know how to create a Facebook ad, but there are some things that they do on the back end that
Hmm.
just kind of work. They just kind of work their magic, and I want to
Gotcha.
learn it one day. I'm learning one of these days and have time. But I did have to hire someone to run Facebook ads for us, and it's been a pretty good turnout. We get new leads every month, and you know that saying, "It takes money to make money." It really does.
Right.
Now, it doesn't take a lot of money to start a business. You can go
Hmm.
ahead and start that business with $100, $200, whatever. I don't know what type of, product someone will be
Right.
doing, but, for everybody listening, don't wait. just because it takes money to make money, it does not take money to start a business. It doesn't take much money. However,
Right.
when you start getting going and you're like, I really want to make a change and maybe do this full time, or you maybe have certain goals for your business. So my certain goal was to actually like create this as my income and also building generational wealth. Well,
Uh-huh.
I can't do that without, I can't I can't bring all the customers in. So
Right.
Facebook ads allowed us to reach people in places we would never never be able to reach these people.
Got
Um,
you.
I'm not saying never, but like it is certain states that I just haven't been to, and we get customers from
Right.
states. I'm like, wow, you
Hmm.
know. And also, yes, being consistent on social media as well. But as we all know, the algorithm is changing all the time, and it's
Hmm.
really hard for some pages to be seen because Instagram is like really only showing the big pages
Right.
right now for some reason.
Yes.
Everybody with a blue check and things like that.
Right.
So it's really important for us not to depend on social media, but you have to have your own community. So build your
Got you.
email list, get your text message list together, things like that to make sure that social media is not the end all be all. But
Got you. It's just an
yeah,
element of your arsenal.
yes.
Okay. So when you look for someone to do your Facebook ads, where did you go to find that person?
Honestly, I kind of just ran into them like networking. Well,
Okay.
the first person I hired, he was a really good friend of mine, and he kind of was trying to get his marketing business started.
Okay.
So we kind of worked together, and he would help me run ads, and of course, I would pay him, but it wasn't as much as I would have to pay like an actual already developed company. We were really just doing trial and error things. So he
Got
really
you.
set my account the way it needed to be set. He would help me with different things on my website. And then I eventually went to another company and I found them on through a Facebook ad, through a Facebook
Okay.
ad. But
Okay.
a lot of people, like the person I found out to do my website, I found them at a networking event. So it just
Okay.
really depends.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. So different places. Got you. So when you're thinking about your business and has as how it has grown over the years, did you set revenue goals for each year and did you meet those goals or how did you focus on the growth of your business?
Yeah. So honestly, the growth of my business has really come from those Facebook ads. And and also just putting like ourselves out into the community. So we
Mhm.
go to a lot of different markets and vendor events and things like that and meet new people face to face. And
Okay.
about let's say 8 times out of 10, a lot of people that try our products want to tell their friends and family about it. So that brings in, revenue as well. So I'm really grateful. Oh, and we have an affiliate program. Sorry, we have an affiliate program
Okay.
too that helps us like we give back to people that bring people into our company. So
Gotcha.
all those different things, even the soap classes, all those different things help us meet our goal every year. And for the past couple of years, we have been meeting the goals and everything. However,
Uh-huh.
with a product-based business, we still have a lot to pay, a lot to buy, a lot to do with the money we do make. So it's like,
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm working on that part so I can, I guess, see more fruits of the labor. You know what I
Got
mean?
you. Yes. Yes. You want to increase that profit line. Got you.
Absolutely.
Because you have the revenue coming in, but it's going towards expenses. And you
Yeah.
want to grow that revenue so that you have a lot more left over at the end of the day. Makes a
Yes.
lot of sense. So, what do you enjoy most about being an entrepreneur?
Oh, I enjoy getting to be like my creative self every day because this is literally who I am. I grew up doing
Ah,
arts and crafts. I just love like, I just love being who I am. Getting to do that every day is very freeing. And I also
Mm,
enjoy the freedom that I get. So,
mm,
of course, I have to put in a lot of work a lot of extra hours, work beyond 8 hours a day, a lot of days,
mhm.
but I still have the flexibility within my schedule to, kind of live life on my own terms a little more. And
Okay,
I enjoy that. Very
okay,
grateful.
beautiful. And what would you say you like least about being an entrepreneur?
Let's see. What I like least about, oh, paperwork. Um, yeah, like, when it comes time to run reports and
Yes.
file my quarterly taxes,
Uh-huh.
it's just I don't like that. I don't like that.
I feel that your whole body language changed when you said, "Oh, paperwork." So true, so true. You rather just let me just make the product because that's my happy
Yes,
place.
yes, that's all I want to do.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, in growing your business and leading your business, sometimes we as entrepreneurs, we try things that don't work the way we thought they would. What is an experience you can share with us of something that you tried and it didn't turn out the way you thought it would? And what did you learn from that experience?
One thing that I tried that didn't work out. Well, I could say a few things. Try to think of something that has a good story behind it. Let's see. Oh, I mean, there are a few things. So I would say one thing that comes to mind that I tried and didn't work out was our shipping. When I first started shipping products, I just was just like, put them in the box, put some paper on them and ship them out.
Uh-huh.
When I got that first busted laundry detergent that got to a customer, I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh
So
my
I had to
goodness.
figure out a better way, a better method to like, ship products. And yeah, that's one thing that just came to mind. Of course, there are a bunch of things as an entrepreneur
Right.
that you try and
Right.
don't work out so well, but
Right.
yeah, I think it was the boxes we were trying to ship them in. They were a little too flimsy, and then it also needed like one of those seals at the top. So it actually
Ah,
helped me with my efficiency process.
right.
Some things have to happen in order for you to learn your lesson, but we
Exactly.
learned our lesson.
Exactly. I love that because that's so true. And I feel like one of the things that's really good about starting out gradually building your business is that you give yourself the opportunity to learn those lessons, before you're sending out 100, boxes of detergent, you're sending out a couple and then you can fix it. So when you get to 100 different customers, you have that fix and it's not such a big loss. So
Yes.
if we can just look at the situation the way you did, like, okay, it made me more efficient and I saw exactly how I needed to change that, then we can see the benefit in that. Because in every lesson, there's something to be learned and something to make you better.
Yes, it is. It really is.
So, do you ever look at your competition and see what they're doing? And if so, what do you garner from that?
Oh, girl, all the time. I'm not gonna say all the time because I really try to stay focused and not compare my business to other businesses because I really try to just stay in my lane.
Mhm.
However, when I'm trying to like um let's see, do some research on a certain thing, I
Mhm.
may look at my competition and see if what they're doing or how they're doing it, um,
Mhm.
and then kind of okay, well I'm gonna take it and make it my own way if that makes any
Right.
sense.
Right.
But I'm not gonna say that I'm really that I really don't pay attention to my competition that much, but they're on my radar. I know
Got
who
you.
they are, but I
Right.
also feel like there's everybody had like back to everybody has their own customers. Like
Mhm.
your people are going to come to you. So if I spend all my time worrying about my competition, then I'm just like, not focused on what I have going on with Lizzie's All-Natural Products. So I
Yes.
kind of had to get away from that, like always going to their pages. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, what did they post? Like
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I really had to stay focused because I can get distracted easily.
Got you, got you. So you're saying that you stay focused on your business. You may look at competitors to get ideas about what they're doing for a certain thing, but you're not looking at them to compare yourself to them. You're looking at them to get information. That's research, because I think one of the cool things is about the internet is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can look and see what someone has done. Okay, I want to do this. Let me see how this company did it, and get
Hmm.
inspiration from it to cut down the time it would take us to try to figure it all out on our own.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good point to make. Not to compare, but as research to go on what the process is to make your time more efficient.
Absolutely. Like I love looking at other companies' packaging. Like I love seeing how everybody's packaged their items. Like, okay, should I get a box? Should I just keep it in a jar? Just different ideas like that.
Wonderful. So being an entrepreneur, we talked about wearing all the hats we have to wear. And one of the things that I'm passionate about is incorporating wellness into the process of being an entrepreneur, not forgetting to fill our own cup and take care of ourselves. So how do you incorporate wellness into your lifestyle so that you don't lose yourself in working all the time?
Absolutely. That's a great question because when I first started, I had no boundaries. Okay. Like
Mm.
I'm answering customer emails at 10 o'clock at night, like I'm, doing work at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is nothing wrong with that if something needs to be done. But for it to
Right.
be repetitive every single night, it just consumed my life so much.
Hmm.
So with that being said, after I realized that I was just burned out, I started to put some boundaries up in my personal life and my business life. So
Okay.
like I go on D&D from like 8 to 8, from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. every day. Only my family can contact me or people that I let in my list
Got
can
you.
contact me because my phone will go on D&D. I don't respond to emails after like 6 or 7 p.m. So it's just a few things. On Mondays, like if I work on the weekends, like last weekend, I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I took
Okay.
Monday off. I try to take Mondays for me. It's like my me Mondays.
Okay.
you know,
Okay. I
I'll,
like
I'll
that.
yeah, I will do a little bit of admin work, but for the most part, I'm at home. I may go exercise. I'm just doing whatever I want to do that day. If I want to take a
Mm.
nap, I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Me Mondays. Because as you said, if you're participating in those market events on the weekends, because that's when they happen a lot, then you
Hmm.
recuperate by giving yourself that Monday. I like that. I like that.
Yes,
So when you think
yes.
about healing yourself spiritually and mentally, because I think mental health is very important, what are some of the practices or the activities that you utilize for that?
So let's see. I'll work out. I'll try to work out at least like two times a week, sometimes three. I'm always walking. I'm always
Hmm.
doing walking somewhere. I love to walk. I take a lot of time just to sit, reflect, meditate, journal. Like when I do have the time,
Wonderful.
like at night before I go to bed, or
Uh-huh.
early in the morning when I wake up. I may just take some time to like, get my thoughts together and plan out my day. Um, I was going to therapy, and I haven't seen my therapist in like probably a little over a month. I need to book an appointment, but I was going to therapy like every month,
Uh-huh.
just to talk and get some things off my
Yes.
chest, because there are things that happen in your personal life that you don't need to bring into your business life.
Yes.
So, yeah, I those are some of the practices I would say that I do. And nap, I love to take a nap and I
Oh,
love to sleep.
wonderful. Wonderful. I love that. I love that. You dropped a lot of great gems. You said you meditate, you journal, you exercise, you go walking. I was speaking with the psychiatrist, another Black woman entrepreneur, and she was saying that exercise is known to work in your system and for your mental health as much as taking an antidepressant. So
Yes, I've heard
exercise
that.
can replace an antidepressant. So I'm like, wow, really? So it's like it's medicine for your mental and physical body. And I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that. So she shared that with me. So that's it's very good that you go walking and you exercise. So
Yes.
exercise, meditation, you journal, you take time in the morning to plan your day. And that's key too, because a lot of times we can feel scattered, but once you've put written down a plan, you're like, okay, you feel so much better. It's organized now. Now I know where to start and where to end. So that's wonderful. Something else. What else did you say? You said something else that I want to make sure that our listeners
Oh,
capture.
I
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
nap.
therapy.
Yes,
Oh, and my
therapy.
nap.
Oh, yeah, therapy and the nap. Let's talk about the nap first. Naps, I think, are so healthy. They're so
Yes.
healthy for us. And I think it's great that we're talking about this because some people feel guilty about resting when they feel like they need to rest. Like your body says, I'm tired, and you're saying, oh, but I need to get this done and that done and that done. How can I rest? There's so much to be done. There will always be something else to be done. But you should honor the messages it's your body talking to you. You should honor those messages and rest when it tells you need to rest.
Yes.
Because what your brain power that you're trying to use to complete all these tasks is just being drained. And if
Mm-hmm.
you rest, you're refilled. You can do them a lot quicker, a lot more efficient, a lot better, be a lot more effective. So yes, I love that you say you nap. You nap and you love to sleep. Wonderful. And in therapy, I think everyone should have a therapist. And I love that you said it's been about a month. I need to schedule an appointment because,
Yeah.
yes, on the regular, we need to be able to talk out things and express ourselves and deal with things we're feeling that we don't understand or even just stress. Being able to take that moment to feel free to talk about, those
Yes.
things and not feel like we have to be superwoman all the time and just press things down and keep going. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that you said that on the regular, you have a therapist. I think we all need therapists, but especially as Black women and Black women in business,
Yes.
we definitely need that to maintain our mental and emotional health. So thanks for sharing that. Wonderful,
Absolutely. Because
wonderful.
we have to stay, calm and cool and relaxed and,
Yes.
you
And give
know,
good customer service, all
yes,
smile. And yes, you got to have something filled up in you to be able to do that.
yes, absolutely.
So, talking about all the things we have spoken about, we might have hit on some of these, but what are the three important things you feel that we as Black women in business should manage or be aware of or focus on when we're tending to our personal well-being?
Um, I think you kind of touched on it a little bit ago when you said just listening to yourself. And I think that listening to our body and our gut feeling, when you have a bad feeling about something or when you have a good
Um,
feeling about something,
mm,
listen to your gut. I am learning this as I go along. Like I'll think something in my head, and I'm like, no, my gut's telling me to do this, but you know what? I really want to do this. Like, not my gut, I really
Yes.
want to do this. So I
Yes.
choose what I want to do. And then I'm like, dang, you know what? I should really listen to my inner self that was telling me not to do that. So
Yes.
I would really say just listen to your body. Listen, just listen, get in tune with who you are and your body. Because so many people like are so offbeat with themselves because they don't listen to what their body is telling them. So if you don't listen to something so much, eventually you're not even gonna know what it's telling you because it's not on your radar. You know,
Yes.
it just doesn't make sense.
Yes.
But when you tap in and you're like, how do I tap in? I can't tell you how to tap in. Everybody has
Uh-huh.
their own way of tapping into themselves. But for me, I take my time to recharge and rest and spend time with myself, not talking to anybody, listening to my inner thoughts, journaling, and just like taking it slow because I used to be like on the go all the time and
Uh-huh.
stressing myself out for no reason. But I started like listening to my inner self. That's something I learned in therapy, but to like go with my gut. Even though
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, sometimes you know stuff, but you need like reassurance sometimes
Yes.
in life.
Yes. Yes.
So I feel like people that may not think they need therapy will actually go to therapy and like, oh my God, you know what? I really needed this session. I need to get
Right.
something off my chest. And you don't even
Right.
realize it. So I would
Right.
just say that start there.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. I love what you said about getting in tune with yourself because a lot of us, we look for the answers outside of us. We look for affirmation outside of us. We value other people's ideals and opinion more than what's going on inside of us. And one thing with when you talk about listening to your gut and your intuition and your body, it's kind of like who is going to take care of you best? Yourself, who's you're wired for self-preservation. So yourself and the knowledge within you that surpass logic, because like you said, that voice within can tell you to do ABC, but your mind says, no, I want to do EFG. But that voice within is so much wiser than your logic, than your mind could ever figure out. That voice within is so much wiser. So if you just say, okay, I'm going to do what you said, ain't what I want to do because EFG is flashier and I like that better, but I go with you. And just, I think, take small steps into trusting it trusting it and seeing how things turn out. And then,
Absolutely.
yeah, then getting more used to tuning in to you. And you made a great point that it starts with that quiet time. That's why a lot of people start with meditation because it helps them to go in and just begin that process of listening. Even if you meditate 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it just helps you go in and remember what it feels like to get quiet with you. And
Hmm.
from there, you can grow and grow and grow and be like, okay, my intuition is on all the time, is right. So I'm just going to go with it. No matter what's going on out there that makes me think I should do something else, I'm going to trust it because it usually is right. Right.
Hmm.
It is.
For
So
real.
thank you
Yeah,
for all that wonderful information. And
of
you talked
course.
about your soap and your candle making classes, but what upcoming events do you have that you can share with us so that our listeners can be aware of?
So like vendor events, like markets that we're going to.
Yes, and things that you're putting on yourself.
Okay, so we have I'm looking at my calendar here.
Okay.
So we have our soap and candle making class. Well, a soap class on September the 23rd from 12 to 2 p.m. That's gonna be at our shop.
And your
And then
shop is
that same day,
located?
in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, downtown.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Great.
then on that same day, we're having a bouquet and candle making class. I'm collaborating with a local florist, and she grows her own like flowers,
Oh,
and she's coming
wow.
in to help people put these beautiful bouquets together, and then I'll be facilitating the candle pouring. So every participant will leave with a really curated creative bouquet that they want to make. Like, you can create it however you want to make it, and then your own candle.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's happening September 23rd. And
Uh-huh.
if you visit our website at productsbylizzie.com, that's Lizzie, and click on the classes tab at the top of the page, it will take you directly to that link and give you more information.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That sounds like a beautiful event. I wish I was there for that. To build a bouquet of flowers and then have a
Yes.
candle too and take that home with you. Oh, that sounds beautiful. What a wonderful idea. Do you have
Yes.
any donation drives coming up for your company?
Yes. And we're also doing a sock drive this month. So it ends on September 22nd. I think we already have like 26 pairs donated, and we're
Okay.
going to take them to a local shelter. You know, look, the cold weather is coming up, and I have a
Yes.
really like soft spot when it comes to the cold and people that may not, be as fortunate. So like last year we did a blanket drive.
Oh,
And
nice.
this year we might do a blanket drive again after the sock drive, but
Okay.
right now we are doing our sock drive, and you can donate any type of new socks. You can even donate them from any other state if you want to. Just ship them to us to our shop. And that's at 101 North Chestnut Street, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 27127. But everything is on the website also.
Got you. Got you. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing those great
Yes,
deals.
of course.
I'm still on that bouquet and candle. I'm just jealous. I really want to be there for that.
Come
So
on
if you're in
down. We'd love to have you.
okay, but anyone who's in the area should definitely take advantage of that. I can only imagine. So we're going to now shift to asking you a couple of fun personal questions so that our listeners get to know a little bit more about you personally. Before I do that, though, I noticed that you said you had you were when you were working full time, you went to take some classes after work.
Oh yes, so I got my esthetician license. So I also do spa services at our shop. Me and another esthetician, we work together, and we provide services such like facials, back facials, high frequency, different skincare treatments. And we have a spa
Okay,
in our shop as well.
okay. Now, did that license assist you in producing your products or just offering these additional services?
Just offer additional
Got
services.
you. Okay, got you. Okay, wonderful. So you have a full circle, services that you offer, products
Yes, we
and
do.
services. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So now let's get to the fun part. First, let's start with travel. What
Okay.
would you say is either your favorite place to travel to or the place you dream of traveling to?
Ooh, so just choose one of
You
those.
can tell us both.
Okay, so my favorite place to travel to is LA, and
Okay.
my place that I've always wanted to go is Bali.
Oh, yes, I'm with you on Bali. So why is LA your favorite place to travel to?
Oh, it's just so beautiful. Like, the culture there is
Uh-huh.
just amazing. The food is good, so I'm
Uh-huh.
vegan and I can always
Oh,
find good food in
yes.
LA.
That's true.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the weather is beautiful. Like, it's just so many I don't think I could ever live there. I mean, maybe in the future, but right now I just really love visiting. So far I've been
Got
twice,
you.
and I'm looking forward to going again next year.
Got you. It's a wonderful getaway for you.
Yeah.
Okay. That kind of leads us into the second one. We talk when you think about food or cuisine, what's your favorite food, meal, or cuisine?
My favorite food, I would have to say right now is tacos or yellow curry.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know two different, like either Mexican or Thai.
Yes, yes, yes. But that's fine. That's fine. So, You said that you're vegan. Was that part of your dietary change for your eczema?
Yes and no. So I started going vegetarian. Now I've been vegetarian for about 6 years now. I just recently decided to go full vegan because I was vegan-ish. I was dibbling dabbling in
Right.
cheese. But now I finally decided to let it go because it definitely flares my eczema up. Like it's no
Oh,
doubt about it. Every time I eat like cheese or ice cream, my skin itches like crazy. But
oh.
cheese and ice cream are so good. I just was like, I'll eat it every now and then, but now
Right.
I'm finally deciding to give it up. So pray for me. But yeah, going vegetarian was definitely one of the reasons. Well, my eczema was definitely one of the reasons I went vegetarian.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Great information. So when you think about hobby, what would you say your favorite hobby is?
My favorite hobby is actually bowling. I bowl in a bowling league every
Oh,
week. I'm actually
oh,
going bowling tonight. Tonight's my
okay.
last night of my league. So let me tell you, I used to bowl all the time with my grandmother. And when she passed, my aunt gave me her shoes and her ball. And recently, well, about maybe a year and a half ago, I went through some things in my life. I was like, you know what, I need an outlet. So I started bowling, and
Oh,
it's just like
wow.
it's been so fun.
Oh, wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
that's what I do on Monday. I used to bowl on Mondays. Remember I told you I would take Mondays off.
Right,
But
right.
my new league started on Wednesdays, so I had to like carve out time on Wednesdays to go bowling. But it's worth it. It's fun.
Nice, nice. I love that. I love even more that it was something you used to share with your grandmother, because that makes
Yes,
it even more healing for you.
yes. I bowl with
Beautiful.
her shoes every single week.
Wow. That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, but thank you so much. Oh, one last question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite childhood game?
Favorite childhood game. Hide and go seek.
Somebody else told me that.
Hide and go seek for sure. That was so fun.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love that. Love that. Well, I almost called you Lizzie. We're Christine.
You're fine. You can call me Lizzie if you want to. That's totally fine.
Thank you so much for being with us here today. You shared so many wonderful gems that I'm sure are going to help our listeners in their entrepreneur pursuits. We appreciate all that you're doing for the people with sensitive skin. And we look forward to you coming back to visit us sometime soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Lynette. Oh, I've had so much fun talking to you. I really
Wonderful.
appreciate your time and your energy today.
Thank you. So, and I want to encourage our listeners to please visit the website. Can you give us the website one last time?
Absolutely. So it's productsbylizzie.com. That's Lizzie. Or you can follow us on social media, Instagram or Facebook at Products by Lizzie, Lizzie, or TikTok.
Okay. So TikTok, Instagram, or visit that website to find out about recent upcoming events that are going on and see her beautiful products. But thank you so
Yes.
much again. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we definitely look forward to talking to you in the future.
Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.
Thank